Hey y'all, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've recorded anything. I'm still in these neck braces. I was out of this one. I was in my soft one earlier today. It is a brisk 44 degrees this morning and the high is going to be 47 today. So I was out feeding my birds like I always do when a frost or it's possible an ice is coming. So that's a freeze after rain. Anyway, I like to put the food out and I hurt my neck. I was wearing this one. This is the one I normally wear nowadays. Just wanted to let you know I don't wear this hard one all the time. But when you start to feel like you're nauseous, you should put this one on because that's a lot of pain. So I just wanted to say that's why it's on. You have to give your neck a rest once you stress it out like that. And I wasn't doing a lot. I was just filling my bird feeders. But I should put this one on when I do something about anything, bending over in any way, shape, or form. Still can't move my head much. So if I drop something, it's still really weird picking things up. You have to just kind of bend down and keep your head straight. I'm driving a little bit now. The official position is I'm not supposed to drive still. And it's been a very long time. It's like an 8-month healing process and then PT. So it's been a minute. But I've had a lot of questions. I could take this off now. I really did hurt myself though, just putting bird feeders, filling them up, So the reason I'm taking it off is I had questions about showing my scar. I had some questions about it, and this is what it looks like. Ouch. Yeah, I let my hair grow out, and I let my hairdresser make me blonde. I don't know if I like it or not. Is it too young for me? Maybe I can get a poll. Back in high school and then college, they called me Barbie, and so I like to stay away from that vein, but I've let it grow out and it was more brown and now it's blonde. So I guess a vote on that. Maybe someone could help me out on that one. I still have some gray in the front, but most of it's blonde. Anyway, this is my scar. This is what it looks like. This was 44 degrees. I still have my jacket on. This is what it looks like for anyone that wanted to know. Let me get close. There it is. Isn't that fun? So it is what it is. I don't scar like per se. This is the worst scar that I have. I typically have skin that doesn't burn. It's kind of a yellow tone to my skin. I get like a golden tan. I don't get brown, or I get hyperpigmentation spots, which is not any fun. And then my skin's kind of elastic. After the pregnancies, I tended to bounce back. Although my stomach doesn't look wonderful these days because I'm much older now. Anyway, this is it. Vanna White it. I need to do my nails. Maybe I'll do a video of the dip. I bought new dips and I want to try them. Okay, questions. I am making a video to answer questions. I've had so much support about the neck brace and about being transparent about my neck surgery, the titanium frame, the bone to grow in the middle, taking out the discs, the bulging of them, the pain. I'm still having the electricity going into my vertebrae, this little thingy. See, it's got a couple bars left. It goes up to 4. I charge it at night. I have an extra one, so I never take it off. I rotate it. And it's a bone growth stimulator is what that is. But the questions I've been asked, I can't answer all of them. Most of them I will try. I did start this process to just journey, to just keep track of my journey with the camper van and doing my own personal. I want to do individual trips with just myself and personal growth, and then just the beauty that I was seeing in the nature, and keeping, in contact with my friends and family and husband at the time I had one. And when I started, And then right before my surgery, I've had all the support, but I don't think everyone understands. Right before my surgery, he announced he wanted to try an alternative lifestyle. And so that included divorcing. I didn't know. I was kind of shocked. I've been shocked. I thought our marriage was all right. He was I hid it. He was abusive. In public, people thought he was doting and very attentive to me, but I didn't respond because it was fake. Behind the scenes, he was very different. But I thought I needed to be patient, and he didn't know how to be a good husband, and I thought I needed to help him get there, and stuff from my own childhood that makes empaths and people who are people pleasers are very vulnerable to narcissism, and I'm no different. So I'm on my own personal journey. I am going to still do the camper van thing. I've been at the house isolated because of the whole neck thing. I haven't been able to travel, and my voice is still low and weird from the surgery because they literally move your throat aside and then go into the vertebrae. They go in from the front. So there goes my voice. See, it's not normal yet. So I am going to continue to document my travels and my personal journey, but with this neck thing that's come up, I've had so much support and so many wonderful comments about sharing the ugly braces and all of that, and that I just felt like answer the questions. So I'm going to answer what I can. I do have kids, and I want to protect some people, and so I don't want to be really out there with everything. But I can address some of the questions that aren't too personal. I'm looking at my notes right now of the questions. Weight. I was asked about my weight. I had some people notice that I got really thin. And I had those that thought I was doing it on purpose, and they wanted to tell me, you're looking too thin. And they said it as nice as they could. And then others, are you on that Ozempic? Are you, taking drugs? And no, I'm not. Are you doing it on purpose? No, I wasn't. So for those that were concerned, some thought I had cancer. Was I dying? I got really thin. I got into minus zeros, and that is not healthy for a woman my age. My body, I have a condition. Well, I'll just tell you the condition. It's called CardiogenicVasovagal syncope, and I'm positive for Pott's disease. And basically, my nervous system overreacts to stimuli, and when I'm upset, I get really thin. And it's because my body acts like it's in fight or flight, and it burns more calories than the average day. And I get thin for that reason, as well as I lose my appetite because my stomach's in a mess when I'm upset. And that's my reaction. Some people, eat. I do the opposite. But I was trying to eat through it. It's just that I burn so many calories when it's a vasovagal thing. It's a nervous system thing, and I just burn a lot of calories, and my body goes into fight or flight, and it just is hyper vigilant, and it makes me burn more. So my mom has the same condition. She always called it a delicate nervous system. It's not delicate, it's just overreactive, And then, long story short, is it also can cause me to lose consciousness. And I know that some people are aware of this. So I can have it under control if I'm not stressed, which isn't possible right now. And I have a couple of medications that I can take, and I can put one under my tongue, and it prevents me from passing out if I am aware of it beginning. And I'm getting good at that. So I'm getting good at knowing about it. And then I take one at night before I go to bed. So I am trying to be more, less married these days. I'm used to being married. I like being married. It's been a life goal to grow with somebody. So this wasn't my life plan. And the fact that he announced it right before my surgery was kind of a difficult time for me. And I did get really thin. People noticed the videos, and they really thought I was either trying to lose weight or I had cancer or something. And I had mostly encouraging comments about, you know, you need to not lose any more weight. So if you want to look it up, the worst time would have been, there's a video, I look horrid. I was in the house and I was putting contact paper on the ugly Clorox wipes because I love to use those in the van. I mean, they're good for everything. And then the title was something about turning ugly into pretty or something, because I'm a Libra, if you're interested in that. I like a good environment. I like a beautiful environment. So anything that was ugly, I was beautifying with contact paper, and I did a video on it, but I look horrible. I was horribly thin. I was less than a 0. Was not on purpose, and I wasn't taking a drug. I will say though, I've also had people asking me how to lose weight from that time. And I actually do know how. I went through menopause in my 50s, and I gained weight, and I wasn't very happy with it. I also have hypothyroidism. So I know how to lose weight, and it's intermittent fasting. If you're interested, I can give you all the details because I've told other people how to do it, and they've lost weight. So it works. There's little tricks that you can do, like something as simple as Ezekiel bread instead of, you know, regular bread, because it's sprouted grain and it's a vegetable, not a carbohydrate. And there's a whole bunch of little tricks like that. But eat healthy, eat protein. And I ate between noon and 5 when I was in my 50s. Not this recent. Now I've been eating calorie-laden, heavier, healthy things, but higher calorie to get to a weight that I'm comfortable in now. And the doctor wouldn't do my surgery until I gained weight either. I was too thin for it. So thank you for all the support on the neck brace showing, on the people who are going through it and having a difficult time. You know, my heart is with you. It's not a great problem to have, but I am in less pain now. Although I like I said, I was doing the bird feeders in the soft collar, and I started feeling really nauseous from the pain. So there's still some there, but I have a long way to heal still. So I hope I'm addressing that. A lot of emotionally charged questions. I do have kids, and I have other people that I want to protect, so I don't want to answer in too much detail about the divorce stuff. I was shocked though, and I was in shock for a while. I'm out of shock now. Am I dating? For those that knew I was divorcing, that was another question. I am on dating sites, and I have texted back through them, but I'm not actually going out, and I'm not actually dating. I don't think I'm ready is my problem. I'm afraid my picker, you know, picking the right person, a partner, is off. I have a type. I tend to like narcissistic gay men. That's my type, and I've done it more than once. So there's something about, you know, empathetic, people-pleasing people that choose these types, or there's just skill sets involved, you know, that I see when someone's a narcissist. I don't know. Especially covert narcissism. That seems to be it. So I'm taking time to heal. You know, I did start my journey by documenting my travels with nature on YouTube for myself and my family, but now it's turned into more. And if anyone can be helped by me posting a picture of me in my ugly neck brace, or listening to this horrible divorce I'm going through, I don't want to give details, but I can definitely be there with you and let you know you're not alone. I'm watching out my window because of the cardinals, and all these birds are coming to the food that I put out this morning. So that, do stuff if it makes you happy, you know. It costs money to buy bird feeders food, so I was kind of delaying it, but with the cold coming and the ice coming tonight, or in the next 2 days, I thought put it out for the birds. And I've been loving watching them, just videotaping here. I'm getting so excited at the color, you know, and the flying and the sounds. So do what makes you happy. If there's something, do more of what makes you happy. And this is one that makes me happy. So I answered the weight question. Let's see here. What else? Looking at my cheat sheets. Not okay. I did answer the dieting one. Sorry, I have to read. Okay, so what's up next? Okay, that would be about my house. Yes, I built my house. I did teach some classes. I taught farm to fork and art in more recent days for a school. And in the old days, I taught health and science and sex ed because nobody wanted to do it. And I was a nurse. I've taught courses. I used to have a nursing degree. I mean, I have the degree, but I used to have a license. I don't have the license anymore, so I really can't do nursing. I'm outdated. But the last really good nursing job that I had was I worked for a children's home, and I was a director of nursing for a children's home, so I had a lot of teaching involved with that. So I used to do videos over COVID of electives, and this wasn't science-based. This was farm to fork because I grew up in Indiana and I love to garden and I know how to farm, and I grew up with landscaping uncles. They own landscaping businesses, and so I know how to do that. This house that I built, I designed, planted every plant on the property. It's very zen, and you plant things, as a baby, and you wait for them to grow up. You imagine 10 years what it's going to look like. Well, it's to fruition now, and it's gorgeous, and it's like I planned. So there's a lot of me in this yard, and there is a pond that I did not build myself. It has a little waterfall, and there's koi in it, but I did design it, and then I planted every aquatic plant that's in it myself. And in the front, I designed that as well. The house I designed because back in the days of high school, there were courses that were considered boys and boys only. And one of them was called mechanical drawing. So I took it because I'm a bit of a rebel when it comes to stuff like that. And that is a negative for me as well as a positive part of my personality. So I know how to do invisible walls, invisible lines in the walls. I know how to draft is what it is. It's drafting, drawing. And I'm an artist, so the drafting drawing is easy for me. And I designed this house, and it's perfect for me. It's very efficient for what I like. And there's a lot of heart and soul into this place, and I love it. So that's the truth about the house. But I'm going to have to let it go probably, because I was in it for a year before I married, and he wanted to be on the lease. And so the day after we were married, I signed him on the lease, and I regret that to this day. So I wanted to encourage women to think about stuff like that before you do it, because now he's wanting a piece of my house pie, and frankly, he doesn't deserve that. So I don't know what it is about women, and there's some men there's a lot of empathetic men out there as well, but mostly with women. I sacrificed my career for my husband, and in my history, I was a widow before I met my current husband, and so I was probably in a vulnerable state to pick a mate, hence my broken picker. But I think it's still broken because I don't trust myself even now to pick up a mate or a partner. But I love this place, and now I'm probably gonna have to sell it or buy him out. I definitely have a lot more in it than he does. It was pretty much paid off when he moved in. So, and I did all the plants and stuff myself. The house is me though. It's so me. Probably going to have to sell it because there's things with the neighbors too and him that kind of grosses me out to think about. But there's some neighbors that I love, and they tend to be the older group. But I'm gonna have to start all over. I'm gonna have to make new friends. I'm gonna have to probably move to Florida is where I'm looking, and I want an active community. I want to pick up like pickleball and some new sports. Will I date if someone wonderful comes along? Yeah, that was a question. Of course, but wonderful to me is a good person, honest person, trustworthy person. And I tend to pick narcissistic gay men. That tends to be my picking. And so I don't know how to trust myself, you know, and closet gay men. I mean, not even out, you know, nothing. I mean, I tend to like the gay people. They're very fun, but I don't want to marry them, you know, and I definitely don't want them to be my partner unless it's a woman and she's a lesbian. Equal opportunity, you know. I'm not going to discriminate if she's a good person, but I'm a monogamous person, and I want, that's what I want. And if you tell me you're that, be that. Sorry, I'm going too far here. I didn't want to get into this. I want to stay positive. I don't want to talk about negative things. I don't want to talk about my ex. I want to talk about moving forward and what's next and positivity. And I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the questions. The house, though, I had questions about it, and I don't know, I might sell it because the kids are all from Washington, Seattle area, all the way to the Keys, and I'm an empty nester now, and I don't have a partner, and I don't know if I trust the people here now. There's some older friends that, you know, that I love, and I'll stay in contact with them, but there's a lot of people now that I can't trust anymore, and that's a big issue for me. So I'm still, you know, going to travel in the camper van. I'm still going to film it, see the beautiful national parks, the beautiful places, the healing nature. Mother Nature is my medicine, you know. I'm going to continue to do that, and I'll film more.